A recent study came out and revealed that nearly 2 in 3 Americans couldn't cover a $400 emergency. And the study was actually done by the financial expert Susie Orman, who revealed that her recent study was shocking. Like, hey, there are people in America right now that literally only 1 out of 3 of your friends, if a $400 emergency happened today, they could honestly pay cash for this emergency. Now, here's the shocking truth to this was back in 2022, right? Was it 2022? I'm looking at my notes here. Yeah. So in November 2022, the Federal Reserves actually did a poll from the previous year asking people, hey, could you afford a $400 emergency? And out of those people, 60% said yes, watch this, because of the check that they got from the government. So now that those checks are gone, now that people are back to working jobs, and unfortunately some of us are losing their jobs, people cannot afford to pay cash for a $400 emergency. If a $400 emergency happened today, based upon this study, right? Based upon this study, they have to put on a credit card. They would have to sell something. They would have to get a personal loan or a private loan. And that's not okay. And as I was reading this, and I'm gonna drop this from Bloomberg. I'm gonna drop this article in the show notes today so you all can read it fully. I mean, it is scary to me that people cannot afford a $400 emergency. And while I was thinking about this, I was like, man, I know some of my people probably are in this category. I know some of my people are like, yo, Anthony, I got $400, but I don't have $1,000. Anthony, I'm drowning in debt. I don't have the income I cannot do. I'm living paycheck to paycheck. If a $400 emergency came in today, if a $1,000 emergency came in today, I'm going to be depressed. I say, you know what? That's not okay. And so I'm going to give you three things that if you can just really apply these things, share these things with your friends and your peers, it's going to start the journey. It's not going to change it today. I'm going to be honest with you up front, but it's going to start the journey to where you can start creating financial freedom. And so the very first thing that I really want to jump into, that if you are struggling, if you're living paycheck to paycheck, that if you're saying, you know what, Anthony, I need to get better at my money because, you know, I can't afford a financial emergency that's out of the norm. I can't afford it. There's three things. Here's number one. You don't have an income problem. You have a lack of utilizing your skills problem. Let me say this differently. You don't have an income problem. You have a lack of utilizing the gifts and the talents God has given you. You know, I can sit here and I can teach people how to get out of debt all day long. And over the last 10 years of having the opportunity to spiritually work in a financial perspective, right? And over the last 10 years of me being a student of finances, because a lot of people may call me an expert. I'm not an expert. I'm a student who's continuing to learn, who's continuing to make mistakes. And what I'm learning from, I'm turning around and teaching you all. I'm not an expert. I'm just passionate about this message. And as I'm learning, I'm teaching. As I'm growing and evolving, I'm teaching. You all are coming on this journey with me. And over the last 10 years, I've learned this one thing, that we really don't have an income problem. We have a lack of utilizing our gifts and talents that God is giving us. Listen, God fearfully and wonderfully made each and every single one of us. He put something inside of you that you can contribute to society with, and in return, by being impactful, by being a blessing, you can get rewarded with income. What do I mean by this, Anthony? Like myself. Man, I used to get expelled and suspended for my mouth. I got expelled one time because of my mouth. I got suspended so many days because of my mouth. My mouth got me in trouble. Some things that came out of my mouth was just not the best thing. And my mama looked at me one day. She said, one day that mouth is going to pay you a lot of money because you're going to tap into the gifts and the skills God has given you. And God has given you the mouth and the power of being impactful and influential. Thank you, Mom. She said that to me the last time I got expelled while she was crying. She said that one day that mouth, as much as I want to knock you upside your mouth right now, knock your teeth out your mouth, I can't do it because God put something in that, and it's going to bless people. And y'all, today we've been able to build a 7-figure business based upon me utilizing the gifts and the skills that are on the inside of me. And if you can't afford a $400 emergency, you might be making decent income, good income, average income, but you need more. You're going to work every single day and you're putting in hard work, and then you're coming home, you're stressed. Well, on February 9th, I'm going to be showing thousands of people how to get an extra $1,000 and more a month in their accounts by simply utilizing the gifts and the skill God is giving us. This is going to be one of the first time that I've taught this particular webinar. I'm walking through 4 keys that will help you build a personal brand from home. What do you mean, Anthony? Well, let's say you're a school teacher, right? Let's say that you're a school teacher. You're going every single day and you're writing curriculums for kids, you're teaching kids, but when you come home, what can you do? Well, I'm going to show you how you can take your gifts and your skills from your full-time job and turn it into a part-time business that can make you an extra $15, $20, $30, $40,000 out, or watch this, however much you want it to make you on the side. Well, Anthony, what can I do on the side as a school teacher? Well, that's easy. If you're a school teacher, maybe you can do a course on how to pass the SAT and the ACT. Here's a course, a $99 course on how to really prep for the ACT and the SAT. What are things to look out for? How do you study? How do you get prepared? What are the secrets behind the course? If you're a school teacher. If you're a school teacher, you can help parents tutor their kids. Like, there's so many different things that you could do on the side that builds a personal brand. Well, Anthony, I'm a therapist on the side. Cool, great. You're a therapist. How do you come over here and you have a personal brand that you maybe do YouTube shows and you teach people the fundamentals of understanding their brain and why they may think this way, and why they may process this way. And watch this. You create this personal brand over here that then feeds back to your therapy. Now you're blessing people for free. You're giving them knowledge. Now they want to dive in deeper into their own personal brands. Now they book your services to come over here and to get your services as a therapist. Well, Anthony, you know, I'm a customer service rep for a company. I take in all the customer service calls. And what can I do on the side? Well, that's easy. I need someone who is good with customer service, who can come in here and teach me how do I build a great customer experience for my customers who buy a product, who goes on a trip with me, or who engages with my content. You can come over here and create customer experiences and customer journeys for other influencers, for other people. Hey, guys, these are the things that you need to have in place to build a solid customer experience. And respectfully, in the Black community, we need that. What am I saying? What you're doing full time, I'm going to show you how to build a community and profit off of that on the side to where now you control your income. People right now are fearful because of the talk of a recession and what Q2 may look like. Now is not a time to be fearful. Now is a time to be intentional, resourceful, and diligent. Now is the time to where we dial down into our gifts and into our skills and into our talents. Say, you know what? Cool. I got a job, but just in case my job start tripping, I'm going to be building something over here. So that way I can have $1,000 in my emergency fund. So that way, if a $400 emergency comes up, I can pay cash for it. So this way, if my job do let me go, I got another stream of income and it's off of me. It is me. I'm not saying I want you to leave your job and go work full time for yourself. No, because I do believe that a lot of us are called to our jobs. That's real. I do believe that. But while you're called to this job, I do believe God has put a gift and a skill on the inside of you to build more income and to build wealth over here on the side. So on February 9th at 7 p.m., I want you to meet me. February 9th at 7 p.m., I want you to meet me. You can go to anthonyoneal.com /save my seat. That is anthonyoneal.com /save my seat. It's a 100% free workshop that I'm going to be teaching. I'm going to give you 4 keys. Literally, it's called AO, the Personal Brand Masterclass. It's going to be the step-by-step training for building a brand and reputation to make more impact and income in your life. I'm going to show you what it takes to build a brand and a reputation that can sustain you. To where, let's just say you only need an extra $1,000 a month. While you're sleeping, I'm going to show you how you can build a brand and reputation that while you're sleeping, you're getting an extra $1,000 a month. By the end of this workshop, you will be able to leave and make $1,000. I'm going to show you how brands are making money off of affiliate deals that are just extremely easy, where you can make an extra $1,000, $2,000 if you really want to by utilizing the gifts and the skills and the relationships you already have off of a personal brand. No, I'm not talking about no network marketing company. No, I'm not talking about how to go drive for Uber. No, I'm talking about, hey, how do you build a brand off of the gifts and the skills God has given you? How did I do it? How is it we've been able to build a 7-figure plus business, right, off of a personal brand? And so I'm dedicating the year 2023 to help people like yourself. I have like 4 of the people that I've been working with on the side. Joy is one of them, and she's been able to generate almost $1,000 extra a month and build a large community already. So I want you to meet us February 9th. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll make sure to drop the link to it in today's show notes. But again, it's anthonyoneal.com. Save my seat. Get your boyfriend, get your girlfriend, get your family, get your peers. Come get this. It is 100% free, you guys. I promise you. And you're gonna thank yourself for jumping on it. 90 minutes. 90 minutes. I'm gonna give you some practical information to put an extra $1,000 in your pocket. Does that make sense? So in 90 minutes, you make $1,000. In an hour and a half, you can make $1,000 by simply applying the things I'm going to teach. I'll see you there. Number 2 is you got to have a vision for your money. I keep saying this, and I'm going to keep drilling this all year long. It makes no sense for you to have a job, for you to have a personal brand that is generating income, and you're not spending your money on paper. You're not taking the time to write down exactly what you want to see your money doing. You cannot get upset if you don't spend time to write down what you want your money to do. If you don't spend time to budget, you got to get away from, oh man, budgeting means I'm in bondage. Budgeting means I'm broke. No, budgeting means you're wise. Having a vision for your money on paper gives you freedom to actually enjoy what you're spending your money on. And you don't have to wonder, well, what happened? Or you have to wonder, well, why? What? No. Man, I get excited. So when I go buy the things that I want to buy today, when I go do the things that I want to do today, man, I'm not tripping because it's in my budget. And I've given myself permission to enjoy that. I don't have to worry about nothing. I don't have to worry about nothing at all. And here's the thing. If it can't fit in my budget, here's what I'm doing. Okay, cool. How do I save? How do I get there? To this day, I pay cash for everything. I don't finance nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe in freedom. I believe in waking up, and man, I'm not stressed. I believe in it. I believe in it. I was talking with one of my good friends, and he's a financial advisor, right, here in the DMV area, one of the rising financial advisors, and he works with a lot of influential people. And me and him were sitting there talking, and he was like, man, you'll be surprised, Anthony, of all these people who are making $250,000 and more, and they do not know how to budget. They'll get $5,000 and go buy some jewelry, some name brand items. So they'll get it. They don't have a budget. He's like, so when they come to me, we're not even talking about investing. We're not even talking about 401ks and IRAs. We're not talking about none of that. We're talking about the basics of finances, budgeting, knowing where your money is going. He said, man, I have a millionaire who, as soon as he gets money, he spends it. As soon as he gets, it's done. We're not even talking about it because I got to get him on budgeting. He's utilizing his skills, but he's not budgeting. So if an emergency came today, he would have to go make it, then take care of the emergency because he doesn't have the money sitting in his account. And you guys, that's not okay. That's not okay. You got to have a budget. And here's the last thing. It's a quick reaction. How do I say this? I'm going to say this respectfully. I know you want the nice car, and I want you to have it. I know you want the the nice house. I know you want the nice name brand stuff. I know you want to go on that vacation. I know you want to do a lot of different things. But you guys, if you're at a point to where you can't even afford $1,000 emergency yet, if you're at a point to where you don't have 3 months sitting in your expenses yet, daggone it, I don't give a crap what you want right now. You need to be focused on the things that you need. Get all that once out your head. Write it down on paper. Put it up on paper so you can see what you're working towards. But right now, you need to focus on the things that you need. You want a new car? No. You want to go to the beach? Take your behind to the bathtub. Go sit in front of the TV looking at the beach. Right now, you need to be focused on the things that you need. You need freedom. You need a peace of mind. You need more joy in your life. You need more options in your life. You need more finances in your life. You need debt out of your life. You need bondage out of your life. That's what the heck you need, and you should want that kind of stuff. But we want an 850 credit score when we don't even have $800 in our account. We want a Gucci bag, but we don't even have Gucci money in our savings account. What? No. What you want, what you should want is freedom. What? And I'm trying to be mindful of what I'm saying because I want you to have the things that you want. But before you get the things that you want, I need you to do the things that you need to be doing so you can get the things that you want. And when you get the things that you want, it's not a burden. You ever got something? I'm not going to talk about you. I talk about me. I remember one time I bought something, and when I got around people who had way more money than me, they all looked at me saying, bro, what? That's nice. Wow. Wow. And when I left that environment of where I was at, I felt like they were all clowning me. They were all talking about me. Like, what is he doing with that? He doesn't need that. That was a bad and poor investment. The boy doesn't, what? He only making like $40,000 a year. What is he doing? He spent $3,000. After taxes, he only making like $30,000. And he spent $3,000 of that $30,000 on that. True story. Y'all, I've been making good money. A while ago, I went viral. Right at the start of COVID, I told myself, man, I want to get a Gucci backpack, and I never had one before. I told myself, man, I'm not gonna get a Gucci backpack. I'm not gonna buy anything name brand until I get into my home, until I purchase my very first home, right? So I'm not gonna do it. So I got in my home, boom, great. And then I purchased a car. I purchased my dream car, well, my first dream car. I have three. My Bentley was the ultimate car. The Porsche Panamera was the second. And then the very first dream car that I wanted to get was a BMW 7 Series. And I purchased it, right? So right beginning of COVID, man, I was like, man, I had some extra money sitting around. I said, you know what, let me go. I was in the store. I went and bought the Gucci backpack. Went and bought the Gucci backpack. One of my close friends had just gave me the Gucci shoes, and they had the matching backpack to the shoes, right? And I was like, man, let me go get it. So I went out there and got it. And when I got home, I remember carrying the backpack into the office when I was in Nashville, and nobody was in the office. Office was empty. I wasn't traveling anywhere. I wasn't going nowhere. Why did I need a backpack? Especially a $3,000 backpack. I got the money, but I was like, I didn't need it. I didn't really need it because I wasn't traveling during that season. We weren't going nowhere. No one was booking me. Y'all, I took that money back. I took that backpack back. I took that $3,000. I threw that inside my investments. And here's the funny thing. I can say this now. Here's the funny thing. About a year and a half later, it was whenever I shot the Singles Mansion. I shot the Singles Mansion, and one of my good friends, Terry Igioma, she saw that I had the shoes, and as a gift for just really stepping out on my own and really just doing some things and working with her and helping her brand, she gave me a surprise gift, and the surprise gift was what? The backpack that I took back 2 years ago. What am I saying? If you focus on the things that you need to be focused on, building and executing and being intentional, you never know what God can do. He may give you the finances. Well, he will end up giving you the resources to where you can go buy the things that you want. Or maybe someone else may bless you with something. But what's the key thing here is focus on building, because that's important. And I'm going to show you on February 9th on how you can build. Literally, I'm going to give you the system. And then also, I'm going to give you a whole bunch of resources to where if you want to rock with this for a whole year, man, you can rock with this. And we're going to show you how you can even turn this thing from $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 a month to a six-figure machine. To where if you do want to leave your job and if you do want to be your own personal business, you can. And I'm going to end with this. Do you know the rising small type of business in America right now? The number one rising small type of business in America, content creators. They said 40 years ago, if you struck oil, you struck gold. If you struck oil, you struck gold. That was the wealth building machine back then. If you strike an audience, if you build an audience, you've struck oil. If you can retain people's attention and be impactful, have something to say, not just be an influencer, but have something to say that can help them transform and change their lives, you've struck oil. Here it is, you guys. You got oil on your life. But the thing is, have you allowed it to come up? The thing is, are you putting in the time and the dedication to allow your oil to come up? Because what's in your life, what's on your life, I need it. The world needs it. Maybe not everybody in the world, but somebody is waiting for your story, for your journey, for your testimony, for your knowledge, for your experiences. And if you can impact someone's life, it will be rewarded by income. So I'm going to drop the information in today's show notes, anthonyoneal.com/save my seed. Join me February 9th. Join myself and my team on February 9th. And I promise you, it will bless you. 90 minutes will bless you. All right, you guys. God bless you.